What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, alright, coming back to Unlucky Morpheus. Yes, indeed, Unlucky Morpheus fans feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all the clicks and the likes and the bibbidi-bobbidi bot, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Krauser, and Krauser wanted to see me react to this. It is Unlucky Morpheus with a tune called Voix Du Sang. Now, have I heard this song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, you gotta be kidding me, this is that song, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Let's see, this was posted by Krauser on his private Mega Drive, so I won't be sharing the link here. And since it's on the Mega Drive, I have absolutely no idea how many views it has, so I have no idea if it'll get you there or not. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will not be down in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Unlucky Morpheus, Voix Du Sang. Cool. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Okay. Yeah. Compared to what my last reaction was, that this is definitely hitting on all cylinders. Okay, so we had an intro with Jill. Just Jill. Just Jill doing Jill things with her violin. I like what she was playing. I do. I'm curious. Is that an actual piece? Is that like an excerpt from a like a violin concerto or something like that? Is that an actual, piece of written music, or was she improvising that on the fly? I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. I'm sure there are people who do know, and I would really appreciate it if you could fill in the blanks for me. Either way, it sounded good, and it did the job of an intro. It set the mood and tone. It set expectation. It created that atmosphere of, this is where we're going. I'm leading you to it. And when we got there, it delivered. And I love how they came in to support her intro. Everybody, the guitar, bass, drums swelled in as best they could. Listen, when you're turning knobs, there's only so much you can do. You're going to go from that zero threshold even to a 0.1. There's going to be a step. There's going to be that step up, that entrance. And it's going to be just a little abrupt, okay? It's going to happen. But once that threshold was broken and they swelled in the rest of the way, it was smooth. It was nice. You heard that crescendo, and it all made sense. It was leading in. You could feel it. You could feel the band picking up where Jill left off and saying, okay, we got from here, Jill. And they slowly crescendoed and brought it up and built up that feeling of anticipation. That was very well done. I like that. Again, a stark contrast to what we heard on the last reaction, where there was no dynamics. It was just boom, entrance. And it's like, yeah, every time. Like, if you want to do it once for effect, okay, fine, sure. But when you're doing it every single time, every single section, every single entrance of every single voicing, it gets, you start to get a little shell-shocked. You know what I mean? So it was a bit much. Not the case here. This was nice. I liked that intro. So far, everybody sounds good. I'm not gonna lie. When it comes to songwriting, I've heard them write songs that are a little more intricate, a little more engaging, a little more interesting. This is pretty basic songwriting by their own standards, but it does sound good. It's flowing well. It's pleasing to the ear, and it's getting the job done ultimately. So I mean, it's not a complaint. I'm just saying, I don't see this getting a 9. I don't see that happening. 8, maybe, possibly. I don't know. It depends on how the rest of this goes. We'll have to wait and see. this has been the mixed feelings day today. This is my second reaction of the day, and this is the second time where I'm looking at this, and after the reaction's all done, after the video's all done, the song's all done, I have mixed feelings. This is twice in a row now. Okay. Oh boy. But here's the thing. I have mixed feelings for two completely different reasons. Let me get my thoughts together on this one. Let me take everything into account. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. And I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Unlucky Morpheus with Voix Du Sang. This was a request from Krauser. Okay. Yeah, I had some inner conflict with this one. But I have a score, and I have my reasons, and I'm going to give them to you right now. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that overall presentation a 7.2. Yep, 7.2. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first, a 7.2. What does that mean? Well, a 7.2 would translate to a really good skill rating because overall, I think this was a really good presentation. It would also get 4 to 5 stars and a B as in boy, B letter grade. Yeah, a B letter grade. So there you go, a 7.2, really good skill rating, 4 to 5 stars, and a B letter grade. Now, how did I come up with that score? Haha! So glad you asked. Can we be honest with each other? I think we can be honest with each other, right? I mean, you guys have been with me on this journey for a while now. I mean, you know how I am, and you know I'm going to give it to you straight, right? I mean, I think we can all be mature adults here, and I think we can all just, accept and understand where we're coming from here. Is this the best song we've ever heard from Unlucky Morpheus? No, it's not. When it comes to the songwriting and the arranging, coming up with chordal progressions, coming up with melodic lines, let's be honest here. This was not their finest hour. Okay, this was not their. This was not the song that's going to make or break them. Okay, this kind of felt, honestly, it kind of felt like a filler song. I have heard much more intricate, much more interesting, and much more engaging songs than this one. I didn't really find a hook in this song. There's nothing about this song that really hooked me. There's nothing about the song itself, the actual, meat and potatoes of the song. Nothing about the song that really stands out. There's nothing about the song that was really all that memorable. It just kind of went by. Now, here's the thing. Is there anything wrong with that? No, there's nothing wrong with that. It still sounded good. It was still pleasing to the ear, yes. There was nothing about the song that sounded bad. There was nothing about the song that stuck out like a sore thumb. There's just nothing about the song that grabbed me. There was nothing about the song that made me go, ooh, I really like that. They did play with feel. Granted, they did that. They were switching around between. They utilized double time quite a bit. They did utilize halftime just as a turnaround for the before they went into the chorus. Straight time a little bit here and there, but for the most part, it was all double time. Instrumentally, everybody sounded just fine. I had no issue with anything that anybody played. Guitars, bass, drums, they all sounded good. Again, nothing I would say memorable, but I mean everything meshed well, everything blended well. So I mean, I don't have any complaints when it comes to what was played or how it was played, luckily. But I didn't find anything that stuck out and made me go, that was amazing, or that was fantastic, or even that was great. There was nothing that was done that made me even do that. even vocally, I've heard Fuki do much more impressive things. I think what she sang fit the context of the song. Sure, it's a simple song. So her vocals were done simply, okay? They were done well. They were done solidly, absolutely. But if you're going to ask me, did her vocals blow my mind? No, not even remotely close. You know, I'm sorry. I've heard her do better. I've heard her do way better, way more impressive. So, I mean, as it goes, I would give the song about a 7.2. You know, that sounds about right for the songwriting, the arranging, the musicianship, the vocal delivery. Yeah, a 7.2 sounds accurate. Now, what about the live show? Well, this is where things get really interesting. I think the live show ended up hurting. I don't think the live show was very good at all. I've seen much better from them. Let's go down the checklist, and I'm gonna shock some people here. Stage presence, check, sort of. They're all wearing the exact same shirt. And the worst part was that they broke the number one rule. You know, where's Jeremy Piven and Jon Favreau when we need them?
What is this? You're gonna wear this to the show. You're gonna wear the shirt of the band you're gonna go see. Don't be that guy.
And not just one of them, all 5 of them up at the front. Actually, you know, the drummer was wearing it too. So all 6 of them were all wearing the exact same shirt. Now, there's something to be said about the uniformity. There is something to be said about that, all for one and one for all, but at the same time, you're going to wear your own shirt. Okay, well, I mean, I guess that works. Sure, why not?
Wait, what? Hold on.
Did they look like performers? Did they act like performers? Yeah, they kind of did, sort of, so we'll give them the check for that. Stage energy. The sort of, I mean, it was just very casual. I mean, there were times where a couple members of the band would, you know, turn in a circle or, you know, wander around inside their little, you know, 3 foot by 3 foot box. But that was it. Nobody moved from one side of the stage to the other. Nobody moved front to back. Everybody, for the most part, just kind of stayed in their own, like I said, like they pretty much stayed inside the little 3 by 3 box, and that was it. So stage energy, I guess, was kind of there, sort of, but it was really weak. Stage interaction, none, zilch, nada. Nobody interacted with anybody. It was everybody was very much in a do not interact with each other zone. So unfortunately, it was a very cold stage. So yeah, there was that's a big 0. Crowd interaction, again, it not really. I saw Fuki moving her arms, you know, in like what she does with her grandiose gestures, but she wasn't really looking at the crowd when she did them. She was doing it more for theatrical effect than she was crowd engagement. So, like, if she had been looking at the crowd and sweeping her arms out to the crowd, that would have been one thing. But she was looking up and doing the gestures upward. Who's up there? You know, is there somebody up in the rafters that we don't see that she's performing to? I mean, that's a possibility, but I really didn't see anybody on the stage interact with the crowd at all. So unfortunately, that also gets a big fat goose egg. So there's 2 big minuses. Showmanship, yeah, not really. I didn't see anything on the stage that screamed showmanship. So unfortunately, that also gets a big fat 0. You know, zilch, not a goose egg. Production, lighting. Yeah, I guess. I mean, listen, they need every plus they can get. So I'll give them production. The lighting did look good while they were performing, so I'll give it that. But even with the lighting, even with the production, we still came down in score. I mean, the lack of light. I have seen so many other performances from Unlucky Morpheus that looked so much better than this. So yeah, that would bring it down to about a 6.8, honestly. but I'm giving this a 7.2. I took the song into account. I took the last show into account, and I went from a 7.2 down to a 6.8. So why in the world am I still giving this a 7.2? Ladies and gentlemen, there is one individual that saved this performance from going down into the sixes. You can all get on your hands and knees, and you can thank Jill for this. Her intro. Now, I don't know if that was an original intro that she wrote. I don't know if that was a segment or a selection from a violin concerto that she took and utilized for this. I don't know if she may have just been completely improvising and just playing things off the top of her head. I'm not sure what happened there, but that intro really saved the show. It did everything a good intro should do. It started the song off really nicely with a really nice solo tone, leading in, dragging the crowd along, whether they wanted to come along for the ride or not, by setting the mood and tone and direction and expectation of what you can expect to hear later on once the song kicks in. On top of that, some fine musicianship. The most interesting playing of the entire song was done in that first minute and a half long intro. That was all her. Some really nice bowing techniques. Those flutters, man, she was ripping those out. God, that was like 64th notes in there. On top of it, what she was playing, her dynamic usage, her entrances, not harsh at all, very warm sounding. Some great crescendos. Again, building up so that when the band came in and did the exact same thing, when they came in with their swells, it all lined up. It all made sense. Expectation was set by her intro. So I think her intro was outstanding. And that is what brought this up, kicking and screaming from a 6.8 up to a 7.2. I am being dead serious when I say this. She saved the day with her intro. Now, don't get me wrong, everything else she played during the rest of the song was fine. I mean, it all sounded good, but it wasn't nearly as impressive as what she played during the intro. It just wasn't. What she was playing throughout the rest of the song fit the song. So, I mean, it was fine, but her intro absolutely saved the day. So, 7.2 for the overall presentation. I feel good about that score, and that's where we're going to stay. So let's wrap everything up here in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We have a 7.2, which is a really good skill rating, 4 to 5 stars, and a B as in boy, B letter grade. Take your pick. I don't care, whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hope I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me. But if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching. And as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.